Good evening, everybody. Uneducated economist here. So, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell came out with a statement earlier today saying that not to expect interest rate changes anytime in the near future. This is not surprising to me. If you go and you read this speech given by Ben Bernanke from 2002, he stated in that speech that the Federal Reserve was going to run into the lower bound, which is zero. And he said once they run into the lower bound of zero, that the changing of interest rates would no longer be an effective tool for stimulating the economy. Typically, the Federal Reserve would need around 5% interest rates in order to stimulate the economy. And right now they have them at 2.5%. It's just simply not enough room in order to stimulate the economy with these interest rate drops. But he said that's okay because there's plenty of other tools that the Federal Reserve could use. And one of these tools that he said that the Federal Reserve could use was something called credible threats. And if you're not familiar with credible threats, or the way he describes it in the speech anyway, is if you can imagine a guy who produces or invents a gold machine that can produce as much gold at will. Once that information has gotten out that this guy has this gold machine that can produce as much gold with very little energy or cost, the price of gold would immediately fall on the market. It would just plummet. Even before the guy produces a single ounce of gold, just that credible threat that this guy has this machine would be enough to change the markets. And that's what the Federal Reserve is using right now, is these credible threats. You think about it, the Federal Reserve years ago used to be a very quiet, they would come out and make a statement every couple of months. They were very quiet. Now it's like all Fed all the time. You go onto the news and you can find where another Fed governor or president has given another speech or some kind of news interview. They are out there all the time, constantly giving their words. It's the credible threat that they are looking for, because they can't change this 2.5% interest rates. If they raise them from here, they would totally destroy the economy. And if they dropped them down from here, you would see prices of houses and student loans and all the other assets out there that are overinflated just go right through the roof. So they're kind of stuck at this 2.5% interest rates, but they got plenty of room to move market sentiment with their credible threats. And that's what they're using right now. And they're probably going to continue to use them until they no longer work. Uneducated economist, you let me know.